everybody! Cartoon Game Girl is here! I am going to be doing my review on Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So, let's get on with the review! So for the story, Captain Toad and Toadette are venturing out in the great outdoors where they are hunting for treasure. They come across a star, but something unusual happens. A bird named Wingo takes the star as Toadette tries to grab it to get it back, but ends up getting pulled along for the ride. So it's Captain Toad to the rescue, and he is ready for adventure. Captain Toad is the main character in this game. He was also featured in Super Mario 3D World, but I'll get to that in a bit. And of course, he was introduced in Super Mario Galaxy. So, he has interesting abilities. The only ability he doesn't have is the lack of jumping because of his heavy backpack. He can throw turnips at enemies, use a pickaxe really quick, and he just loves looking for treasure. What a fun guy he is! Anyway, the main focus is that both Captain Toad and Toadette are finding treasure together. Eventually, once Wingo is defeated, with turnips that is, Toadette is saved, and her and Captain Toad are reunited, which is sweet, I must say. But uh-oh, now Captain Toad is kidnapped. So, that means that it's time for Toadette to take action and save the captain. Toadette to the rescue! Anyway, Toadette is the best addition to the game. She's one of my favorite female characters, outside of Princess Peach, of course. But she is so prominent that she's actually been used way more in future Mario games. Even though she did make her debut in Mario Kart Double Dash, she will always be a fun gal. Yep, gotta love that Toadette! Upon reuniting with Captain Toad, the adventure is still not over because Toadette once again gets kidnapped, and Captain Toad ends up getting blown away, separated from his best friend, and eventually he wakes up and notices that Wingo is still stealing treasure and wreaking havoc. So, Captain Toad must reunite with Toadette, and Toadette must reunite with Captain Toad. The two of them are able to do it while hunting for treasure along the way. This leads to a big boss battle between the evil bird himself, Wingo. Luckily, turnips defeat him, and he is truly defeated for good, and the two Toads are reunited for the rest of their lives, and the treasure is perfectly safe. So, is that the end of the game? Well, not really. This game is actually a prequel to Super Mario 3D World. Well, the Wii U version, that is. Captain Toad ventures out once again to chase a green star, which is somewhere in the sky. The cutscene that plays, which features Mario and the gang, is very similar to the cutscene which plays at the beginning of Super Mario 3D World. However, there are a few differences. One difference is that it's a little bit brighter. Also, for some reason, Mario and Luigi's voice clips have been taken out, and Peach and Toad's are only heard. So, yeah. Anyway, the star falls into the pipe, and the captain himself manages to chase it down on his way to the Sprixie Kingdom, which is how he ended up there in the first place in Super Mario 3D World. Each level, except for Super Bell Hill, Captain Toad was featured in. Well, in this game, that is. Captain Toad, believe it or not, finds green stars at the end of each level. However, the stars that he gives to the player in Super Mario 3D World are the same stars that he finds in this game. You can tell because they're in the same locations, and Captain Toad is featured in each of them. Well, except for the aforementioned Super Bell Hill. But what are you gonna do? Also, he's playable in 3D World. So as for the Switch version is actually a prequel to Super Mario Odyssey. Instead of chasing a green star, the captain is chasing the Odyssey driven by Mario and Cappy. And at the end of the game, well, after the game, Captain Toad appears in the Mushroom Kingdom, along with the 6th member of the Toad Brigade, Toadette. Even though the Switch version is basically the same as the original version on the Wii U, it's actually kind of a prequel to a completely different game. The Wii U version is linked to 3D World, and the Switch version is linked to Odyssey. And of course, the Toad Brigade is featured as well. Anyway, on to the Toad Brigade. The Toad Brigade are the Toads who follow Captain Toad wherever he goes. They make appearances throughout the game. The Blue Toad, who is the smart one, is very, very handy and aids Captain Toad and Toadette on their adventures. The Green Toad, who is obviously the Bank Toad, is often reading a map, trying to figure out where to go, while the Yellow Toad, who is the Sleepy Toad, is, well, sleeping all the time. Yeah, he's sleeping on the job. There's also the Purple Toad, who is the male Toad, but for some reason he is absent from the game. Maybe it's because his only purpose in the Galaxy games was to give letters to Mario. But, oh well. But, it's okay. In addition to being featured in some levels, they also follow Captain Toad to find stars. There's also a character named Mummy Me, which is like a mummy version of a toad. He acts very similar to the Cosmic clones from Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Super Mario 3D Land, as they follow the player and copy every single movement they do. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a lot of fun, because it's basically the Toad Brigade venturing out and looking for lost treasure so they can take them home. Captain Toad, Toadette, and the rest of the Toad Brigade are always ready for adventure. Also, this actually results of Toadette becoming the 6th member of the Toad Brigade, acting as Captain Toad's partner, venturing out into the dangerous lands such as deserts, snowlands, space, jungles, beaches, you name it. So many different places. It's just amazing. I really think this game is pretty fun. But because it's a puzzle game, it's pretty challenging. Also, in the Switch version, you can obtain a Super Crown as one of the most biggest treasures of all. So that's my review of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.